The lack of bed space at Ashanti Region's only referral hospital with its attendant strain on health delivery is giving rise to concerns about progress of work in 5 major health facilities at various stages of completion in the regional facilities at the Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital, Kumasi South and Mensah hospitals are overstretched, while stalled projects at Sewa, Afari, Konongo and Fomena could provide a total of about 1,850 bed space. The recent death actually of a 7-month-old baby at Kath, of course due to the bed syndrome, has got residents questioning the slow pace of work on 3 health facilities. Love FM's Erastus Asare Donko has more in the following report.
Little Efia Sika Opoku Jemfi had breathing problems and was referred to the Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital from the Asukwa Children's Hospital. Her father, Francis Opoku Jemfi, says his daughter gasped heavily for breath every 30 seconds, even under oxygen, at his first port of call.
I couldn't stand the situation, so I was...
Health professionals at the Asukwa Hospital later informed Francis the Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital lacked space to accommodate her sick daughter.
The way she was breathing and she would be shouting, ah, at least every 30 seconds. Whoa. And I asked about the man in charge, the doctor or the PA or so. So, what are they doing? They say they have called the ambulance service. They have called the ambulance to come and take her to Komfo Anokye. Komfo Anokye says there's no bed to accommodate my daughter. So I should wait, or they should wait for next morning.
She died. Little Sika represents many who lost relatives due to lack of space and an overstretched single referral point for Ashanti region and beyond. Public Relations Officer for the Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital, Kwame Frimpong, indicates the hospital's facilities are overstretched.
If you come to the National Emergency Center, for instance, the orange unit, which was supposed to be catered for 12 patients, we've added beds to the extent that at times you come and you see up to 56, 48, 52 patients in the space that was given to us for 12 patients. Until we are reached that point where we have complementary facilities to take some of the pressure off Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital, there will be times that we will have exhausted our capacity and we will not be in the position to admit additional patients.
Perhaps the solution to providing a second, third or fourth alternative to healthcare in the Ashanti region lies in the completion of health projects at Sewa, Konongo, Fomena and Afari. Residents are worried about the current situation.
To build 111 hospitals now, whereby we have abandoned projects in the bush, I think we need to complete those things before we start new ones.
Works at these facilities are between 80% and 90% complete.
Closely, we've invested about $500 million in these facilities.
Eugene Osei-Tutu is a fact checker.
When you take Afari Military Hospital, for example, the process was started during the twilight of President Kufuor's administration in November 2008. It's almost 14 years now, and it's not been completed. When you take Sewa, the land was handed over to the contractors, the Eurojet people, in 2015. So it was supposed to be completed in 20 months, so somewhere around 2017, but they stalled. Clearly, when you are coming back to such a facility, you need extra cash. So it means that you inject more money when it comes to some of these finances.
When completed, they could provide a total of 1,850 bed capacity to boost the Ashanti region's ailing health delivery drive. Reporting for Joy News, Erastus Asare Donko, Kumasi.
Well, let's stay a while longer on the story because we can now go on the phone lines and speak to Ranking Member on the Health Committee in Parliament, Kwabena Mensah Akando, who's joining us now. Honourable, a 7-month-old baby died because there was no bed when there are so many facilities, as we're learning from this report, that is abandoned. Until when will we deal completely and decisively with these issues?
Well, let me say good evening to your cherished Is that listeners or viewers? Viewers, right?
Yes.
Okay. I think that if you have followed, and Joy, you have followed this story since I became the ranking member on the Parliamentary Select Committee on Health, that we have not relaxed, and we will never relax until these projects have been completed, because it is the taxpayers' money that has been pumped into these projects. You know, I am not surprised about this story of lack of beds in the Ashanti region, i.e. Komfo-Anokye, because the main reason why these facilities were springing out in the Ashanti region was to ease the traffic in Komfo-Anokye. So, for example, we have an abandoned health facility at Kumawu. We have one at Fomena, which was about 85% complete since 2016. Okay? We have Afari Military Hospital. Okay? So if we had been able to complete Fomena, Afari, and Kumawu, that would obviously ease the tension at Komfo-Anokye. And don't forget that there is this expansion going on in even Komfo-Anokye there. That one was also reduced. The number of bed capacity that was supposed to be constructed was around 600 bed capacity. That was reduced to around 400 bed capacity. Because, and the reason that was given was as a result of these facilities I have mentioned. Meanwhile, since 2016, the development on the various sites are just not the best. Okay, so we have done series of these site visits. We have spoken about it on the floor of the House, and still, the good people of this country are suffering as a result of abandoning these particular facilities. So for me, I knew these are going to be the consequences of abandoning these facilities. I knew it.
But we know that you were on a tour. We know that you were on a tour last year. What has come out of that tour? That you went around the country touring some facilities. We have
several tools available to us, and as members of Parliament, when we go on such tours, you either invite the minister responsible to come and answer questions, or you make statements and all that. We have invited the minister on several occasions to answer questions with that regard. To that regard, we also probe further when they appeared before the committee to defend their budget. And you see, sometimes, as leaders of this country, when issues are brought to the fore, you must, get worried as minister, as president, so that you respond positively and quickly to fix those situations. But if you have a president, if you have a minister that is not worried about the cry of the people, we have a problem at hand. We have a problem because we don't control the public purse to say that, okay, because I'm a member of Parliament, I've gone to the place and the place has been abandoned. This is money. I am going to complete the project. It's not done. It's not done. You can't do it. But we are supposed to play what we call oversight responsibility. Oversight, but if you have leaders who are insensitive to the plight of the people, you have a problem as a country. You have a problem as a country. We have relegated the health sector to the background to the sense that, as though it is not important. But I beg to differ that, look, the health sector is the most important sector as far as I'm concerned. But nothing seems to be going on right in the health sector. And still, we don't even have a minister in the health sector. So it's a worrying phenomenon. I think that people must speak. And this issue of politics every day, in and out, the health of this country depends on our health network, the health infrastructure we have in this country. You go to a teaching hospital and MRI scanners, they don't even have. They don't even have. Yet, we are talking plenty. We are not doing any action. That is the problem we have as a country.
As a committee in Parliament, what are you willing to do about this issue? My
brother, will you listen to me? I am saying that as a committee, what we can do, 1, to probe the minister, 2, to ask him questions, 3, to present our findings and debate on the floor of the House, and then give him advice or ultimatum or whatever. If he decides not to do it, what will you do? At the extreme, what you will do is what we are doing at the moment, to file a motion to pass a vote of censure in him, that because he's incompetent. That's a worst case scenario. And that is exactly the point we have gotten to. Because as for that minister, I do not know why that minister is still at post. I don't know whether the NPP is short of people, competent people who can mind that ministry. Almost every day there's bad news in the health sector, and this man continues to be in office. Why? Why are we doing that to ourselves? You come and meet, an infrastructure like the Formina District Hospital,
right,
more than 85% complete. And then 4-5 years down the line, you are still giving reasons why that particular project has not been completed. Don't you think that even if it is 85% complete and you leave it for 5 years, the infrastructure will be deteriorating? Go to Abetifi. Go and see Abetifi. What is going on at Abetifi? Now, even if we decide as a country to go back to Abetifi to continue the project there, you must pull down about 70% of the structures there before you can control it. It's not costing financial loss to the state. What kind of country are we?
Kwabena Akando, I'm grateful for your time.
I'm most grateful, my brother.
And now we can take you to Parliament. The intersex community in Ghana is requesting Parliament to strike out portions of the Proper Human Sexual Rights and Ghanaian Family Values Bill 2021 that criminalizes their activity.